Hello there. Welcome to the Drifting Spore. I'm Steve. It's an after supper drift. I'm back to the Confluence, and I'm back here with a reason. The last time I was here for my solo overnighter, I had a wonderful time, beautiful night, and but I saw something towards the end of the night, and I've been intrigued by what I saw ever since. So, what I saw was something coming down the opposite stream side, and it cut off into the alders, and I only saw really the shape of it. I didn't really see clearly what it was. So I've been wondering about that ever since. So last weekend, it's been about 2 weeks since that happened. So last weekend, I deployed a trail camera further upstream because I only had a few minutes to get out. So I ran out, deployed the trail camera. I captured nothing all weekend. So now I'm back, and I'm gonna have a look around, see where I can deploy the camera, and see what else we see. I'm always seeing something, so thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy. I'll spin the camera around and give you a look at this very impressive birch tree that's behind the camera there, and hang up my bag. I might as well hang up my bag right here for now. All right. There's the super impressive birch tree that I slept under on my last drift. Sorry about that. I measured it, and I measured it to be almost 10 feet in diameter. And when I did some Googling on that, that told me that that tree would be about 122 years old. So for Nova Scotia, that's pretty impressive because during the age of sail and shipbuilding, pretty much every tree in Nova Scotia was cut. So they started on the coast and just worked their way inland. And, you know, like 120 years ago, any tree that was 4 inches round at the breasts, they said, would be cut for shipbuilding. So to find a tree like that, over 100 years old, is really special to me anyway. I haven't found too many like it. So I really appreciate spending some time with it. So let me show you what I'm up to here. I'm going to hang my bag. I've got this here clip. It's just a short old clip strap a good friend gave me. And I discovered on that drift the other weekend that this clip, see it there? It's just an old school clip strap on webbing. I discovered that this clip works really great for hanging up your bag. You just put the strap through. I put it through the top handle on my bag there. I just tighten this up as tight as I can get it. When I let them go, that's not going anywhere. Perfect. Now I can access all my stuff without any of my stuff being on the ground. So that's cool. All right, I'm gonna put you guys in my hand here, and we're gonna see where we can get. Actually, I might put the trail camera right over there, in which case I'll use the tripod. Man, it's nice back here. It's been raining so much this week so far that it's just a bit ridiculous. But whatever, I've always saying that, you know, it doesn't matter if it's sunny or raining. Raining is one of the nicest times to be in the woods, I find. So, as long as you're staying dry. I'm going to put him here for a minute, and I really want to get to my order of business, deploying the trail cam. Let's see where he's at. There we go. I got squirrels alarming over there. I just have a look. I don't see nothing. So I got my trail cam. It's just a basic trail cam. I think it's an 8-min trail cam. I've had this a few years. It works well. It's absolutely basic. Put an SD card in it. Away you go. Hang it up somewhere. Leave it for days. Come back and take your pictures off it. So let's get this. I'm going to see if I can deploy it right there. I'm not sure if water's running by is going to trigger this thing. So I'm going to put it over there, kind of in the area where we saw the creature last time. and I'll leave this out for a few days or even the rest of the week and then come back and get it, or even till next week. It doesn't matter. So let's get at that and see what we can do here. Yeah, I don't know if this is too deep for me to get to or not. I'm gonna have to watch, because if we get a lot of rain... Oh, this is a pretty deep hole right here. Huh. If we get a lot of rain, then the brook could get high enough to maybe take this camera. I don't know if I can get close enough to this tree to hang this camera right now. There we go. This dead branch is going to give me an assist. And so is this one. Still good. Feet are still dry. I got to turn this on. So I'm going to turn it on now before I even start to hang it. I don't know if you can hear me really with all the water noise. Hopefully my mic's picking me up and not just noise. That's pretty good there. I like the look of that. So now let's see if we can get this. I don't really trust this pinch strap, so I might actually just tie this right where it's at. I'll just put a couple knots in it. Now I think that's pointing upstream. I might put there. I'll put a small stick behind the camera. The weight of the camera should hold that there. And that should show me anything coming downstream. Right on. And like I say, I'll let that sit for a while before I come get it and see what we captured. Hopefully, if it's taking pictures of the water running by, then I'll have like 16,000 pictures of water running by. But whatever. Everything's an experiment. Just see what happens. There's another thing I want to check out over here too. You can see there, that strap works great. Very grateful for the pinch strap. There's our awesome birch tree. Alive and well. Fully leafed out. The branches on this are what made me notice how old it must be. Anyway, let's have a look down here. When I was here for my overnighter, I had a great full day to explore this little area, which I did to the fullest. I really enjoyed it. But I took a short video of something over here, and after, when I watched the video, I was like, man, that looks funny. So I wanted to come back and have a look at this too. Oh, that skull I put on that branch is still there. 2 weeks later. That's cool. So what intrigued me in the video was this. Underneath there, to me, looked like a lair in the video, and it still sort of does. I don't have a flashlight with me, so I can't exactly look in there to see if anything's in there, but I can only imagine this tree is also old and large, same as that tree over there is old and large. Some huge birch trees on this brook. But I can just imagine the labyrinth that would be underneath all those roots, that undercut bank. I don't know. That looks like a lair to me. A nice night though. Let's head back to Confluence Camp and see what's next. All right, I got just enough time to do something while I'm here. So last time, there we go. First things first, I got my sitting pad. I can go on the ground. I got my gloves. I got my methyl hydrate stove. I got, what else do I got? I got my canteen and canteen cup. So you can probably guess what's about to happen. I got something different I brought this time. Just wait, let me make sure that I got coffee, and I got my Confluence folding stove. Tried this before, but tonight I'm going to use it in conjunction with my methyl hydrate stove and see if we can get a cup of coffee. Last time I was here, I had a hard time with my Ohuhu stove. My wood was damp. Man, it struggled. I ended up using the methyl hydrate stove, and I was real grateful I had it with me. So tonight, I've had some success with the Confluence folding stove, so I'm going to try it. Okay, I'm going to get it set up here, and I'll bring you back. Oh, I forgot one more thing. Huh. This would have been a very short video. I have my insulated cup, my dual wall camp cup. I will be needing that. Okay, I'll bring you in closer while I get this stove assembled and lit. All right, let's assemble this stove. Hopefully my head's not cut off, but if it is, so be it. So the Confluence folding stove, very simple rig. It was dirt cheap, like not dirt cheap, 12 bucks probably. When I got it at Walmart, I believe. So he's a bit fidgety to put together. That tab there I always struggle with a bit. Don't know why. There we go. There we go. I got them. What I like about this little stove is the little bit of wind protection it offers. I dig that. Okay, so I'm solid. We're in. Now, I'm gonna get my alcohol, or my methyl hydrate, sorry. I got my bars. I got my stove. This is a beer can stove. I call it a loony stove. I run a loony in the top of it. Just like that. Fill it with methyl hydrate, throw your loony on top, away you go, you're cooking. So, I'm moving and grooving here tonight because it's not early. And I didn't bring no flashlight. So, I want to get a coffee as soon as possible. So, let's take the loony out. I'm going to fill this, is my plan now. I'm going to fill this up. Then I'm going to put it in here, into my stove. Then I'm going to light it from the top down. But first, I'm going to need something from my pack. My fire lighting kit. One sec. There we go. I don't need it right this second, but it is one thing that I will need. So, another thing, before I light that stove or get focused on lighting it, I'm going to get my water ready. That way, once the stove's lit, I'm not going to be messing around trying to get water into my canteen cup, wasting time on usable heat that I could be using. Now, what I like to do, so I'm not boiling water I don't need to, I brought water from home in my canteen. I like to fill my cup with water, then dump that into my canteen cup, like so. So now I know I've got one mug of water right there. I'm going to put this back on the top so that it doesn't get full of dirt. Let's put this over here for just a second. Now let's work on this stove. So I got my methyl hydrate. I'm thinking I won't need the bars, but if I need to get that cup higher than the top of this stove, I can put the bars on too and gain some height. Now, I always find this to be a fidgety bit of business, dumping this stuff in. We get a good pour going there now. Now, I have no way to put this out once it's lit, other than smothering it. So, but I found with these stoves, about what you can fit in them, will boil some water, might go for a little bit longer, but nothing crazy. Just try to center that stove up there. Leave my knife out too. There we go. I got methyl hydrate coming out the jets. See if that stove takes all that or not. I don't think it is. So I'm going to stick him right into here. I'm going to get you guys really close here so you can see this. I don't know if you heard that or not. A wood duck just went by, or a merganser. Okay, let's get this stove lit. That's enough fooling around. I heard the wings flapping. Old Mr. Merganser went full oiling by. I don't know if you guys heard it or not. Okay, let's light this stove. He's lit. That's part of what I really like about these stoves. It's one shot, it's lit. Now, there's been a whole flock of mergansers hanging around here that I've noticed. So usually that looked like the adult one that flew by. Okay, I'm going to chuck the loony in now. Of course, he didn't land straight, so we got to adjust him. There, perfect. I'll get that right up to heat there. Close this little door. Okay. There. There we go. Let's see how that does. I can put my methyl hydrate away. I'll clean up this little bit of mess and we'll get back. Now, I forgot that I had another cut log here, a cut piece of wood, to act as a nice little side table. So, I'll put that right there, just like that. I got bubbles in my cup already. Right on, looking good. Okay, so I didn't bring anything in my cup this time. Because I didn't really need to. I had everything in this kit here. So, there's my pour over device. The water is gonna boil. That cheap little cooling stove is rocking. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. I like that because it folds down real flat in your pack, right? It's light. When I carry the Ohuhu stove, I end up with, more stuff. That baking pan I always bring. That thing is throwing heat. Okay, so I just got a generic coffee filter in there. No name stuff. I like to use these mint tins to put my coffee in. One of these tins is enough for one mug of coffee, is how I have this worked out. That's how it tastes to me anyway. Tastes pretty good like that. I'm gonna put that to the side. Man, that water's bubbling. I got sugar in this one. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of sugar in the bottom of my cup. Oh, I gotta get this over here for the boil. That is about to happen. Nice. Pour over device is ready to go. My seat's a little close. It's getting warm here next to that stove. Remember gloves this time. Look at that thing go. That is pretty impressive right there. I like it. We're getting close to a boil. Get a few shots of that. Something I've noticed with this methyl hydrate stove is if you give it just a little more room. See, if I could lift that just that high, which I could with my bars, I'm not going to bother now because my water is there. The water is at a boil, I would say. But for next time, if I throw my bars on there, I think my water will boil a little bit faster. Not that this hasn't been fast. This has only been a couple minutes here. Probably realistically, I don't know how long. 6 to 8 minutes, I would say. I'm at a good boil there now. So I'm going to take this off. That's a hard boil in my mind. Look at that stove go. That's going to burn for a little while yet. I'm just going to let that burn out on its own. Now for the pour. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Just heard something fly by. Now I measured the water in my canteen cup, so I shouldn't be able to overfill my mug. That was the reasoning behind that. And this collapsible silicone pour over device, man, I really like it. It's working great for me. Hopefully that stove doesn't run for 25 minutes. If it does, it does, but still learning about it. I'm impressed with it though. There we go. It's not even 7:30 yet. It's already starting to look pretty dark back there. Okay, I need 2 hands to move this stove away from me. It's hot. Okay, let me check this again. Sorry about that. It was a long stretch of not checking to make sure my mic was on. I looked at it, it was blinking. That's usually not a good sign. So anyway, my coffee. Hopefully we still get usable video out of that. So there's my filter, which I am going to take home with me. I'm going to put it right into my canteen cup. And I'm going to put my canteen right on top of it. There we go. My little collapsible guy can go right back in here. I'll leave him out and see if he dries a bit. As I see, I got coffee filters in there, so he might be going in the pack on his own. I'll try to keep that away from my other good coffee filters. Now let's have a taste test. Coffee time. Nice. That's good and strong, nice and hot. Very passable cup of coffee there. Very nice. It's cloudy is why it looks so dark. We're still a good hour away from actual dark or dusk even. So I'm not worried about getting out. I'm going to sit here for a few minutes and enjoy my coffee, let my stove go out, pack up some stuff while my coffee's cooling off. Just sit here and soak it all in, man. That's what it's all about. So warm. It's been so warm so far this September in Nova Scotia. I'm wet, but we're making the best of it. I got my trail camera put out. That's cool. Hopefully I catch something on that. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my coffee. gloves can go in. That stove is no longer hot. Oh, it's good. So he can go in my stove bag. Trying to have a little bit of hustle here because she is closing in. Once I get out of the woods a bit, it won't be so dark. Not that I mind the dark, but I left my flashlight at the beach this weekend. So, oh well. Still gonna take my time and clean up, which will only take a minute. Let's go here. Well, there we go. That's it for that one. What a nice little drift to the confluence under the ancient birch tree for a nice cup of coffee on my Coolans foldable stove there. With the methyl hydrate beer can stove, that paired perfectly, man. Couldn't ask for better. I got my trail camera out. That was mission objective 1. Get that trail camera out. It's out. It's taking pictures, I'm sure. And that's it. It's getting dark. Time to head for the car. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll join me on the next one. And remember, you'll never find anything if you don't go look. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed.